Hello everyone. I believe I can start. My name is Sneha Dharwadkar. I am a herpetologist and co-founder of the group Freshwater Turtles and Tortoises of India. And uh, so I'm going to tell you about why I got into studying turtles and tortoises. I have been involved in a lot of rescues and rehabilitation of turtles. And when we do repatriation, we realize that we do not have enough information on Indian freshwater turtles and tortoises. There is very little published information on the baseline ecological information, and there are so many research gaps that need to be addressed. This is how I got into studying freshwater turtles and tortoises, and I chose this species, Lawsonia lethi, because I have a soft corner for softshell turtles. Lawsonia lethi is the only endemic softshell turtle of India, and we're going to hear more about this in my talk. So this is Trionicid turtle belonging to the family Trionicidae, and it's a large species. It grows up to 90 to 100 centimeters, and it is endemic to peninsular India, and it is found in large rivers, especially the ones that mostly drain towards Bay of Bengal and western the Arabian Sea. And most importantly, the information on this turtle is very limited. We don't know much about the species. Whatever information we have is very anecdotal. Most of it is very anecdotal. So I chose to study the species because of that reason, and also because it faces a lot of threats. You can see the two individuals here are captured from the same location, and they are both adults of the same age class, and yet there are very visible morphological differences. So some individuals are pale in color with bright red orangish marks on their head, as you can see here. And some individuals are dark in color, and we don't know what's driving these trends. We don't know much information about this. So it's a beautiful, large, charismatic species, at least charismatic to me, and very interesting to study. If you look at the distribution, it's found in the 7 states. It's endemic to peninsular India, as I said. And we find this turtle in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and Telangana. And even within this states, whatever information we have, we understand that the distribution is very patchy. It's not throughout the river system, or it's not as widely distributed as other freshwater turtles. And the information that we have is it's found in large river systems and reservoirs. What are the research gaps? So as I already mentioned, there is not much information on this turtle, and it is classified as vulnerable in IUCN Red List, and it is proposed to be elevated to critically endangered. This is a threatened turtle that faces a lot of threats. Mostly it is poached. Large-scale commercial poaching goes on in some of the places. In most of the distribution range where it is found, it is poached for its meat. Some of the misconceptions exist related to the species on health benefits of eating the meat. So local consumption goes on. But most importantly, the rivers where this turtle is known to be distributed, they are threatened because of dams, and some of them are in pipeline. Dams are in pipeline, and there is a proposed river linking project for South Indian rivers. So habitat fragmentation and loss can be a major problem, and we don't know what are the impacts of dams on Indo freshwater turtles. So we don't know what's going to happen if these projects come through, or what is the impact of already existing dams. And despite of so many threats, there are not many detailed studies. Very few observational records exist in published literature, and whatever information we have is mostly anecdotal, and that's how we know about this species. So there's a lot to do here. There's a lot to study, and I believe that detailed species knowledge in terms of ecology, physiology, and genetics. We saw a lot of presentations today on importance of genomics and genetic research, and I believe that detailed knowledge of species knowledge is very important for long-term survival. Just targeting in increasing species number by ex-situ measures without understanding the ecology of the species is not going to be enough. So I started this project with that point of view in mind to understand the species better, understand where it lives, where it is found, where it is distributed. So I'm currently focusing on three major river systems in Maharashtra, and that spans over two districts. And this is an ongoing project. It has just begun and we are in preliminary stages, so the data is limited. What I'm looking at the species presence across the river systems in these two districts, and what is the habitat preference, because we don't know much about it, and what is the perception of community in terms of freshwater turtles and tortoises, and especially on Lethe, leaf structured turtle. One major component of this project is to train the forest department staff. I work in close collaboration with Eco Foundation, and we work in close collaboration with the forest department. So one of the objectives of this project is also to train the forest department staff in identification of freshwater turtles to deal with all the confiscations that happen, and repatriation and rehabilitation. And this is my study area. You can see this is the river Godavari that starts from somewhere close to Nashik, and then it drains out to the Bay of Bengal. And then this is a Krishna river. I study the 120 kilometer stretch of this river. And this is a Krishna river. There is a small tributary called Koyna. So I study 90 kilometers of Koyna river and 120 kilometers of Krishna as well. And currently my study is focused mostly on Godavari because of COVID situation. I could not go to field this season at all. This season of field was completely lost. So this is my study area, and I work in close collaboration with the local organization that operates there. This is a habitat photo of my study site. This is one of my study sites. You can see pristine river. This is Godavari River. I conduct questionnaire surveys, and I also conduct visual encounter surveys. Questionnaire surveys is to understand what communities feel about freshwater turtles, and I also quantify the threats, that the species has. And through these surveys, we have documented 11 new records, 11 new distribution points for this species. And this is mostly because of the established network, and people have been talking to us, and we've been working in the field for a while. So through correlating, compiling these records as well as the previously published records, I have not taken museum records into consideration because they were very old. And I have taken published information after 1980 because that is more relevant. And I ran species distribution modeling using R, a decimal package, and I've used maximum entropy method. The first model that I have tried out is BioClim model. I've used 19 environmental parameters, and I ran Pearson's autocorrelation test to remove any autocorrelation between any of the environmental variables. And these are some of the observation points that we have from previously known records and the current literature. I have enlarged these points to obscure the location, like site-specific information. And the BioClim model pretty much predicts what we already know, but also Western Ghats is where a lot of high predictability of the species being present. And then there is one area here which is obscured. This is at the interaction of Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, where we have high prediction of species being present. And we see that the precipitation and the seasonal variability in precipitation is a high indicator of species presence. But in future, as we add more and more data, I will be adding more information using ENFA and DEM models. So as to improve the model fit and to make this model more robust and add more information to this. Currently, this model only shows that we need to add more data points, so no surprises there. And as the study progresses, as we have applied for funding to study the species in detail and to take our project to a larger scale, some of the projects, some of the proposals have unfortunately been rejected, but we hope that we can get funding enough to carry on this project for a longer time, and we can get more information on this, because the preliminary results clearly indicate that we need to study more, and there is so much potential for us to get information about the species because we have established network. And some of the some of the additional findings we have is, as I mentioned, we have 11 new records. And that's all thanks to a lot of people we have been interacting with, thanks to our citizen science project that Anuja will talk about in our next talk. And also, Dr. Stanford mentioned about reaching out to people, writing articles. So we've been doing that, and we've been writing about our work, and especially on lead softshell turtle. I have been writing in Marathi as well to reach out to people in local languages. And because of this, a lot of people have been adding information to our citizen science project, and we've got good data for the species. And we hope to continue this project, and we hope that we can keep getting more data. So from this very preliminary study, we have observed that the previously known records only showed species presence in protected areas mostly, but through our study we have found this in urban and peri-urban areas as well. And we have found species even in the nallas and the canals, polluted canals. So really what this indicates is there is so much that needs to be studied, and there is so much that we don't know. So you can look at this. This is a canal that flows outside of a city, and it's very polluted, but we find Lethe here, and it's very surprising because when you look at the skin, you can't stand the stench is so bad. So basically, what I'm trying to tell here is we literally have not even scratched the surface when it comes to understanding of the species. So this project is ongoing, and this is one of the study sites. This is a small stream. It's not even a proper river, so it's a seasonal stream, but we found Lethe here. So very interesting preliminary findings, and very interesting data to look forward to. We are also working on additional information. Our manuscript is in prep. We have gathered morphological information, morphometric data on 7 individuals already, and we are working on manuscript to publish that, and it will come out soon. So these are the 7 individuals that we measured, and we have information on. 4 of them are adults, 1 sub-adult, and 2 juveniles. Really beautiful individuals. We have also documented threats, and one surprising threat is this species is found in pet trade now. It's sold in aquarium, and you can see these 2 individuals are rescued from aquariums. This individual particularly is very clearly suffering from metabolic bone disease, and right now it's in a private reserve because it cannot be, we don't know if it should be released in the wild, so it's in a private reserve under Forest Department's care. But very surprising to see the species in pet trade. So some of the findings here, and I'd like to acknowledge Rahul and Anuja for being my constant support. Rahul, especially whatever photos you've seen on my social media or FTTI social media, is most of them are clicked by Rahul. EcoEcho team has supported me financially as well as on field. Shivam, Shruti for their inputs, Nachket for photographs, and India Biodiversity Portal team has been amazing, and my team, FTTI team. So thanks a lot. I will take questions if you have any.